What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit the bell down below to know when I post a new video. Also, Merry Christmas Eve. Is that the proper wording? Merry Christmas Eve? I think that's the right wording for it. So Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. It is the holiday season. I am ready. I am loving Christmas. Best holiday, period. That's why I'm doing this video. This video is Christmas themed, okay? This video is going to be my favorite holiday movies that I've seen so far this holiday season. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get it. Let's go. These are in no particular order. I just kind of listed them as I watch them, if that makes sense. So, and these are a mix of like Netflix films and films that just come on cable, or actually recently, some of these were added to Netflix like just recently. Most of these are on Netflix. But if not, they're probably like on demand if you have Xfinity, or you know, on free movie apps like Tubi, or what's it called? Like Tubi or things like that. So most of these are available for streaming online, like without renting it or buying it. So let's get into it. Movie number one is Holiday on Netflix. This movie was so cute, y'all. Oh my god. And the main actor, I forget his name, but he is so fine. Tall, Australian, tall glass of milk. Ooh, baby. He could literally be the fourth Hemsworth brother, like literally. He is that fine. He's just okay. So yeah, it was a real nice movie. This movie has a little bit of profanity, so you know, if you're watching it with some elders and they don't like cussing, don't watch it with them. This movie is more for like millennial, Gen Z, or you know, if it's a older person who don't mind cussing, then you can watch it with them. But this movie is more marketed towards younger people. And yeah, it was just real cute, real funny. I like how the main character, I literally forget her name already. I forget her name in the movie, but she was really relatable. It wasn't like she was some like perfect girl. She was actually relatable. So I like that about that movie. I would rate it, I don't know, 8 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. I don't know, but it was good. I liked it a lot. Next movie is Operation Christmas Drop. This one is also on Netflix. Really, this one was mad cute. It was starring Cat Graham, and I forget his name, but he was the guy he played Kato in Hunger Games. That movie, I was thinking, you know, it's gonna be a typical cheesy movie, but I was proven wrong, okay? Okay, so it wasn't like, I watched it and I wasn't really, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know why I thought it would have more like dramatic elements. I thought it would be more dramatic. I don't know why. But also, the movie was very heartfelt and very heartwarming. So that's what I like about it. It was a very wholesome movie. It wasn't like super crazy or like super dramatic. So I liked it. It was just so wholesome. That was what's really nice about it. It was just very wholesome and very family oriented. This movie is family friendly, so watch it with young, old, middle-aged, whatever. Anybody can watch this movie, okay? And it's just very like, it gets you in the Christmas spirit, you know? It's just very heartwarming. This movie is based on a true story. Like, the Christmas drop is a real operation that the army does, or the military, one of those two. So yeah, it's a real thing, which is actually even better because like it's a real life event. So I just love that. So because of that, the fact that it's a real thing boosts this rating because it's just great. So this movie I would rate a 8 out of 10. Yeah, an 8 is a pretty good rating, I would say. Yeah, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Next up is a classic. A classic. If you don't know this film, I don't know what to tell you. This is literally a Christmas classic. Home Alone. The first and second ones. Beyond that, they're just don't watch the rest. Just don't watch them. They're trash. They're just, no, different actors, just garbage. The first two Home Alone movies are classics. If you don't know what they're about, they're pretty self-explanatory. Kevin, the little boy, is left home alone in both movies. So, yeah. And I would rate both of these. Actually, the first Home Alone, I would rate like a 9. And the second one, I'll rate like a 10. Because I think I like the second one a little bit more. Actually, no, other way around. First one a 10, second one a 9. Home Alone movies. Boom.
Boom.
Next up is This Christmas. This is also a classic, more like a black classic because I don't think a lot of like white Americans know this film, but because this film is an all black cast, most black people know this movie. But this one is just basically about, I don't even know like what the main plot is, but like there's like the family like matriarch, and then Chris Brown's in there and he's like the youngest son, and then he has his older siblings, and there's some kind of conflict around Christmas. I forget what the conflict even is, but that is a really good movie. It's a classic. It's really funny, really heartfelt. There's some dramatic parts like mixed in there a little bit, but yeah, that's a really good movie. A lot of big stars in there. That one I would rate 9 out of 10 or 9.5 out of 10 because it's just funny, and like there are some parts that have me laughing out loud, like rolling on the floor, like cracking up. That movie is just, it's fire. So going off of that movie, this next one I feel like is almost like a replica of This Christmas. It's pretty much the same plot, but it's just made like almost 10 years later. This one is called Almost Christmas, which is actually, I feel like it's an unofficial sequel to This Christmas. Not really a sequel, but like I feel like the writers or producers or somebody just took that plot and made it like more modern, literally. Because this movie is pretty much almost the exact same plot, like a black family around Christmas. There's some kind of sibling family conflict. Instead of a matriarch like a mom, it's a patriarch, is that the word? The dad is like the oldest in the family, and then his kids are home for Christmas. Literally the same thing as This Christmas, but it's just the dad instead of the mom. Pretty much. I'll say this movie is more dramatic than This Christmas. Actually, lie. They're kind of equally like dramatic and funny, but I do like This Christmas more, so I'm gonna rate Almost Christmas about an 8 out of 10. I haven't seen this next film in a long time, but I do love it. It is called Christmas Cupid, starring Christina Milian, and this one is about, what's her name again? Sloane is the main character, and she's like this executive, like CEO type girl, and basically it's like, what's that movie called? A Christmas Carol, where it's like the past, present, future? Is that it? I don't know, but basically it's like that, but like a modern version. So her past, present, future, and she has to like go through this whole moral journey. It's really good. Check it out. I don't think it's on Netflix, but it's probably on somewhere, some questionable movie site, okay? But it's definitely out there to watch, so check it out. I would rate it, I haven't watched it in probably like a year, at least 2 years, but I would rate it, I don't know, 8.5 out of 10. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a while. So next movie, or movies, are on Netflix. This is the Princess Switch 1 and 2, both movies. So these movies, what? I am a sucker for like, I don't know, I just love like princess themed stuff and just like those kind of like Disney like princess kind of stuff. So I love these movies. These are also pretty self-explanatory in the title, but pretty much a regular girl ends up switching with a princess because they happen to look just alike, because movie logic, right? Just what are the odds? So they switch places in both films, but the second film adds a little twist. So the first film I would rate, first one I would rate an 8 out of 10, and the second one I would rate a 9 out of 10, because the second one has a lot more suspense, has another layer to the story, so that one is better in my opinion. But I love both, and y'all, Princess Switch 3 is confirmed. I'm ready, bring it on. Like, I am a Princess Switch stan now. I love these films now. Like, I love it. This one is, I watched on cable on FX, so if you have like on demand, it's probably on there, I'm not sure, but I don't know. This one is Office Christmas Party. This is pretty, also in the title, pretty self-explanatory. This is starring Jason, wait, I think his name is Jason Bateman. Pretty much these workers at their office throw this epic party to try and win over this, what's it called? To try and win over this investor. And it's like a Project X Christmas party, pretty much. It's not really like a serious film. It's more like a, you know, have fun, like laugh film. Honestly, I didn't find it that funny. It was just more like amusing to watch, you know? Like, I didn't like haha like laugh out loud, but it was just like a fun thing to watch, you know? But it was just like a nice movie. There was a little bit of like romance, a little bit of dramatic stuff, but not that much. It was mostly just like like party. And it was just kind of, if you're a fan of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a similar movie. If you're a fan of films like Identity Thief or like The Heat or those kind of like crazy, like almost outlandish movies that are just like, how is all this happening, then you'll like this movie as well. Next up on the list is another classic, just classic, okay? Polar Express. This movie, bro. Like, this one actually, I'm gonna just say right now, 10 out of 10, because also like the memories tied to this movie that I just have through childhood, because at my grade school in first grade, we had a Polar Express day, okay? They brought us to the cafeteria, had on our PJs, we had hot chocolate, watched the movie, had snacks. It was just a whole party, okay? So that movie just brings back good memories, and so therefore it is a 10 out of 10. Okay, so if you don't know what it's about, you should. Like, I'm not even gonna explain it because that one is just a classic. Next up is on Netflix. This one is called The Holiday Calendar, also starring Kat Graham. So I've watched 2 of her films this holiday season. This one is about this girl who gets this advent calendar and is pretty much predicting what happens each day. So this one also starring my husband, Quincy Brown. Okay, Quincy, baby. This movie's also really good. This one was just really sweet, really wholesome. This one's also kind of gets you in the Christmas spirit. It's just very nice. I'm gonna rate it a 7.5 out of 10 because I don't know, I just wasn't really blown away. It was a really cute movie though. It was cute, it was nice, it was wholesome, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I love this movie. But it was good, it was good. Last one on the list, actually, I like this one a lot and I just watched it a few days ago. This one is called A California Christmas. This one is about this executive dude, this guy. He is he is asked to go to this ranch, this farm, whatever, and try and get the owner, this girl, to sell the land to his company. And y'all can guess what happens. Like, it's literally in the description, like there's some romance brewing and yeah. But I thought it would be cheesy. Like, I went into it like, oh, it's gonna be, you know, cheesy, whatever, but I was pleasantly surprised. Because when I watched it, I was like, this is a good movie. Fun facts, the co-stars are married in real life, which is so cute. I was like, goals. The star, the girl, she wrote and produced the film, I believe. So it's a really good movie. Yeah, that one I actually liked a lot because there was like there was a unexpected kind of comic relief character in there, and I was like, wow, he actually like made this film, like he made this film good. So I would rate this movie a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, actually there's one more. Just remember, because this movie is similar to A California Christmas. This movie is Tyler Perry's A Medea Christmas, which is actually quite similar in terms of like the ranch type setting, like that country kind of setting going on. And this one is about, I don't know how to sum it up. Basically, Medea's niece is Tika Sumpter, the actress. She plays this character, and she's living on a farm with her husband, who is a white guy, and there's some like conflict there because, you know, interracial dating and all that. And then the main character is a teacher. She's trying to like put together this holiday jubilee in their hometown, and then there's some conflict there. So yeah, it's a good movie, really funny. You know, Tyler Perry, Medea, always funny, literally always. This is one of the last good Tyler Perry films that he has made, so if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's really funny, also heartwarming, puts you in the Christmas spirit. I'm gonna rate this one an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, 8.5 is a pretty fair rating because it's not one of Tyler Perry's best films, but it's good. Those are all my Christmas movie recommendations. There are a lot that I want to watch. Like, I want to watch Jingle Jangle, haven't watched it yet. I want to watch, what else? Christmas Chronicles, I haven't watched that yet. I wanted to watch, I think it's called A Christmas Prince. If y'all have any films that you recommend, comment down below. But that is all from my recommendations. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye!